folks, welcome to Calvin's Got Game. I'm Calvin.
I'm Lewis.
You sure are.
Yes, I am.
All right. Today we are going to do a video of our top 10 exploration board games that have an exploration element in them. And Lewis is going to do 5. I'm going to do 5, which will give you a total of
10.
10. So, before we get started, I want you guys to hit that subscribe button. We need 43 more subscribers so that we can hit 500. Buy a board game, send it to one of you subscribers. That easy. You don't have to do anything else but be subscribed to the channel. But it will only go to a subscriber. And it's only good in the continental 48 contiguous states. I'm sorry, Hawaii, Alaska, and other countries. I'm sorry. Shipping would be way too expensive, and I'm just a small board game channel, and everything comes out of moi's pocket. So, I appreciate all you guys for watching. I appreciate all the comments. We've had a downturn in comments in a while, but that's okay. Just as long as you guys are watching the video and enjoying them, that's all we care about.
Yeah, and giving a thumbs up on those.
Giving a thumbs up. We could use that as well. So, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go first. My number 5. Now, rank these 5 to 1, as in how often and how well I like to get them to the table. All these are great games, or they wouldn't be on this list.
Right.
So, number 5 for me is a 2012 game. It's called Mice and Mystics by Plaid Hat Games. It's 1 to 4 players. Takes about 60 to 90 minutes to play. And in this game, you are warriors or whatever that have been turned into mice. So, you are trying to figure out why you were turned into mice and get back to normal at some point. So, you're exploring this map, finding things, discovering things, and battling bugs, birds, other things, spiders, and things that could harm you. So you're trying to take those out while you're doing your exploring and your exploration. This game is a lot of fun. It is cooperative, so you can work together to finish the mission. And there's so many missions in this book. Everything is done in a book. You have a map on a book. You go through that map. You take care of what you're supposed to do. And you succeed or you fail together. I really like Mice and Mystics. It's a lot of fun. And that's why it's my number 5.
You know what? That almost made it on my list.
I don't believe you, Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, because I like the concept of have to be hiding. You're turning into mice and trying to find out a way to get back while hiding from the enemies and everything, going through it and exploring. You know the castle. You are the heroes in the castle.
Right.
But being in a small portion is completely different.
Well, you see the world from a different perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yes. Which reminds me of an old 70s show, too. Old 80s show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Littles?
Yeah, the Littles.
Okay.
Yes, the Littles.
I was trying to go in my head.
Yeah, the Littles.
Yeah, I see smoke coming off my head there. Look.
My number 5 is a game kind of like Take That game. And those who have seen these videos enough know I like Take That kind of game.
You do that.
It is called Munchkin Quest.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Threw up a little in my mouth.
Well, we know how you feel about Munchkin.
Oh, it's terrible. Steve Jackson, nothing against you, but Munchkin is terrible.
For some of us. Some of us really love Munchkin. Munchkin Quest is 2008. Steve Jackson games, 2 to 4 players, about 180 minutes to play, which is, to me, that's kind of off because it all depends on the number of players. If it's just a couple of players, it'd be about 60 minutes to play on that.
Not with me.
It's a dungeon crawler game, board. You are flipping tiles over, going with your little character down, trying to get the treasure, trying to defeat the creatures, and try to make it back. Well, the problem is you have other folks want to get that treasure, want to get that the great weapons and everything, and get the honor to defeat the creature. and go back to the town and say, I'm the hero to kill the creature. So you're going to do what you can to stop everybody else.
Yeah.
The tiles, the way they did the tiles is very creative. I have and mixing up the tiles. I like to keep them face down. Nobody knows what it is until you walk in it. Some folks put them out in a certain order. Not me. It is whatever comes out. It is. It's, mind you, the many times I've played this, never won. I have lost every single time. But you know what? I have fun. Yeah. I have fun on it. Munchkin Quest is a very easy game to pick up, very quick game to teach. Not much to it. You have a set of cards. Use them to get stronger. Use them to do things to creatures, to other players, and try to make it out alive. Very straightforward game, very quick game. So Munchkin Quest is my number 5.
You know, I give Munchkin a hard time. I don't necessarily just hate Munchkin. I have played it, and I'll probably play it again if people want to play it. But it's probably not one of my favorite games at all.
We all have
there's
those.
There's a lot in it. I don't really care for, but the game's okay. And I think maybe I don't think I played Munchkin Quest. I played regular Munchkin and some other ones. Who knows? I might give that one a try.
But there is a co-op version. There's a co-op version where you work with each other, help each other, but you have to escalate the creatures higher. So you double everything on the creatures. So I have played it that way, and I have won several times with different groups, but just going the original way is a little bit funner for me.
Yeah. You like that chaotic, backstabbing people and stuff. Me, I don't. I'm a cooperative guy. I'm a lovable, huggable type of guy, right? All right. So my next game, my number 4 game, is a 2021 game called Chronicles of Avail. It's by Rebel Games, 1 to 4 players, 60 minutes to play. Now this game is sort of a tower defense game as well as exploration, because you have this map and you have to go out on this map, discover tiles to be able to use those tiles. And in doing so, you're bringing out more monsters, more things to fight. And so if a monster ever reaches the castle, the game is over. You've lost. But after so many rounds, the bad guy, the big baddie, is going to show up and everybody's going to start marching to the castle. So even if you go out and kill these jokers, they'll respawn at some point. And it's really difficult. And it is a family weight game, so it is for families. It is cooperative, and it's got some exploration elements in it. I wouldn't call it fully exploration, but it does have some exploration elements in it. But it is mostly a tower defense game. But I really enjoy it, and I think probably it doesn't get enough attention. I don't hear a lot about it, but Chronicles of Avail, it's a lot of fun. It's my number 4.
That almost made it on my list too.
Did it?
Yes.
Wow.
But you're right. It doesn't get enough love.
I don't think so.
No, it should get more love on that because it's a great game.
I think it's a good family weight game for families.
Yes.
And I think that if you have kids 10 to whatever, I think they'd enjoy it.
Yeah. That one eventually will make it in my library. When? Don't know. But it will.
Yeah. I got a lot of games that should make it in my library, just hadn't made it yet.
My number 4 is a game that you introduced me to, that I'm trying to get it to my library. It is called Mansions of Madness 2nd Edition.
2nd Edition.
Yes, there has been more.
I don't think we really have to say 2nd edition anymore, because I think the old one's just gone.
Gone?
Yeah, but most people carry the 2nd edition that sell it now. But yeah, go ahead, Louis. I'll let you talk about it. Surprisingly, it didn't make my list.
It didn't?
It did not.
Okay. I thought this one would.
It was in the consideration, but it didn't make my list.
A 2016 game, Fantasy Flight Games, 1 through 5 players, 120 to 180 minutes. It's a game with an app-driven app with it. And I like how the recent games are coming out, especially the exploration games, the dungeon crawlers are coming out with an app. It helps things along greatly, especially if you have a question on the rules. It can help you on that to figure it out. So you are exploring a mansion, and as you explore it, things come out. Now it can be just an empty room with no problems in it, or it can be a room that you trigger something with a ghost or a creature, or something happens and it is stuff on fire you gotta put out. I think when we played it, I think I did it and caused fire to start
You
spreading.
did.
Yeah, of course. But it's a game that is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. No two things gonna ever happen because it's how you do stuff in this game. It's gonna change. Mansions of Madness, it does get mad in there because you got to figure out how to get this done, and if you got to go through the fire, which you will, you're gonna have to figure out how to put yourself out on that. So it's a game that is constantly changing, constantly adapting to your style of play. It is a big box. It has a lot of components, but the one time you and I played it, and then I played it somewhere another game store in Tyler. I like the components though. The components are well made, sturdy, that it can live up to the several gameplays on this. Now, have I got much into it? No. I think I only played the first scenario both times. It is a long game. It is some say a legacy game, but I don't think it is a legacy.
I think I wouldn't call it legacy. I'd call it a scenario-driven game.
Yeah, scenario-driven game. But Mansions of Madness is my number 4. Hopefully, we'll be making it in my library within the next year on this.
Yeah, that gives. I think the app brings a lot of atmosphere to the game. It plays music and it puts out. It tells you where to put the stuff on the tiles. So if there's somewhere to explore, it puts an exploration token on it. If there's monsters that show up, the monsters show up, and you hear all this noises and stuff on the app. It's just a lot of fun. It brings a lot of atmosphere to the game for sure. It would have made my list, but I just couldn't. I don't get it to the table enough. For it to make the list. It's a great game though, absolutely fabulous. My number 3 is a 2017 game called Seventh Continent. It's by Serious Pulp, 1 to 4 players, 5 to 1,000 minutes to play. 5 minutes to 1,000 minutes to play.
Wow, Calvin!
I know it never takes me 1,000 minutes. I die long before that, or I get lost. This game is definitely an exploration game. You start out, you're dropped on this island. You don't know how you got there. You don't know what's going on. You have very few cards to help you. You're trying to explore tiles, trying to figure out how to get off this island. I thought I found a way to get off the island, but it didn't work. So I lost that game. Tried again and lost again. But once you lose, you have to start all over again. And the tiles, there's a bunch of tiles. And when you flip over a tile, if you go a certain way, it tells you what number tile to bring out. And there's a certain way to place the tile. The game's a lot of fun. If you enjoy exploration, you enjoy dying a lot, I think this might be the game for you. But if you like thinky games too, it's got a lot of things that you can think about. And it comes with this little magnifying thing that you can look at the tile real close, because sometimes you have to look at things that might be on that tile. There may be a hidden number on that tile. So it's a lot of fun. I think it's it had a big grandiose when it first came out. People were all over it. And now I think they brought out Seventh Citadel, so it's kind of overshadowed Seventh Continent. But I enjoy Seventh Continent, and that's why it's my number 3.
Awesome pick back there. Never got a chance to play it. I've heard, looking at old videos, I heard about it and seen gameplay. It's one game that is on my list to eventually play it. My number 3. I don't know if you have this one or not, but it's called Sleeping Gods. I'm blind. Oh, Sleeping Gods.
Right above Night of the Living Dead.
Okay. Sleeping Gods. It's a game that I want to get to play. I've seen enough gameplay, but it's like you see a movie or a show, trailers of it and everything. You are so anticipated to go see it on there. I've seen enough gameplay of this.
You didn't read what year it came out.
I'm getting to
okay,
it.
just saying. You're missing a point here.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's a game that I want to get to play one day. It's a 2021 game, pretty new game. Red Raven Games, which they make good games.
Yes, they do.
And I think most of their games are exploration games, I believe.
Yeah, pretty much.
1 to 4 players, another big thing I like because you can play solo. 60 to 120 minutes. Now that, I think it depends on the number of players, I think.
Yeah, on time.
On time. Because then what I've seen is mostly 60 minutes play time.
It might take a little more than that because it's a big map to explore and you read passages and stuff. So
yes. Yeah. And so it's basically exploring a map, exploring islands. And what I like is everything is in a book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And as you play this game, you flip the book and go on to the next area. I like how you have to work together on this game. It is a cooperative game. Well, Lewis, I thought you'd like to be the villain and throw things into the mess. I said, yes, I do. But I really like also cooperative games. It's exploration games I like. And I like the concept of working with somebody to explore, defeating the bad guy. Games that it's just trying to beat the first one to win the game. That's where I like throwing stuff. But cooperative games, I like cooperative games because I want to be part of a team to defeat the game and say, we have defeated it. I'm done with it. Let's go on that. But Sleeping Gods is how you got to defeat all these creature-like gods.
There's some sea monsters and other things that you gotta.
Yep, and collect the amount of resources you need to get stuff done in this game. Sleeping Gods is a game I think also has an expansion that came out with it.
I have it too.
You do? Well, of course he has everything.
I have it too. But I haven't played the expansion. I haven't finished the whole game yet. So
it's a game that I like how it keeps growing as you keep playing along. And games that have that book aspect, it just gets me more involved into the game on this. So Sleeping Gods is my number 3. I wish I had more to say about it, but it's because I haven't played it, just seen videos and have read some of the rules. It's a game that I put it on here because I know it's an exploration game that I would like to play.
I think you'd like it too, Lewis. And everybody's working on the same ship. That's the thing. Everybody has a ship, and they're controlling this one ship. And so when you do things on a ship, you move these cubes and stuff. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun. It's strategic for sure. They have another one, a standalone one that came out.
Yes.
It's called something Sky. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
But anyway, I think I might want that one as well at some point. I need to finish this one first before I add it to the collection. But yeah, that's a good pick, Lewis, for sure. All right, my number 2 is a 2023 game. This is kind of a newer game. It's called Expeditions. It's by Stonemaier Games, 1 to 5 players, 60 to 90 minutes to play. This game is a spin-off of Scythe.
Okay.
So Expeditions, you're trying to be the first person to put out all your fame or glory or whatever it is out on these accomplishments. The game has exploration. We're exploring tiles, getting resources to be able to do that. I just really enjoy it. I don't have a whole lot to say about it. If you haven't played Expeditions, you probably should. If you like Scythe, you'll like Expeditions. It's a little bit shorter to play. I think it has a better aspect to me than Scythe. I like Scythe a lot, don't get me wrong. I almost put that on this list. But I did not. But Expeditions just gives a little bit of
more spice to it.
I don't know, not really more spice. It's just simpler. I think
Simpler.
I think it has a more simple gameplay, and it's faster. I think that's why I like it as much or more than I do Scythe. So that's my number 2 is Expeditions.
My number 2.
Yes, you own number 2.
Yes, my number 2. It's an older game, but I bet you haven't heard of it.
I bet I have.
It's called The Cave.
I bet I have. I've heard of it. I have no idea. Okay. I haven't seen it in a long time. I haven't watched any videos in a while.
The Cave, a 2012 game. Pegasus Spiel is the publisher. 2 to 5 players, 60 minutes to play.
Louis, you did a great job pronouncing that. I'm just going to tell you, as much as we have a hard time pronouncing some of these things, Louis, you did a fantastic job.
Thanks to my wife, because she has started to put the pronunciation of the word right next to it. And, honey, thank you for that. Yeah. That helps a lot. The Cave. Now, if you follow any game board YouTube channel, you're going to type in The Cave on YouTube to see what's the gameplay and so on. When my wife typed it in to see information about it, and myself, she stumbled across to other caves. The cave shows it has to be the 2012 version, because there's been other versions, and it's way different from this game. You're basically a explorer going into caves, which is called spelunking. It's not a sport, it's just an activity that people do, which I spelunked into caves when I was way younger. Now, maybe not so much.
I can't get down the crevices.
It is a very game that makes you think. You have to really plan your exploration on this, because on the as you go down, like exploring a new area, you have to take stuff. You have to take food. You have to take water. You have to take other materials to get further into the cave. Now, you can play this game and go and make camps, because as soon as you run out of materials, you have to go back to main camp and get more stuff. So you have to make an out camp. But the problem is, whatever you made, how far you go down, because it's a tile placement game, someone else might be waiting and, oh, guess what? I'm going to this cave. So they're going to make it way further than you do. So it is a little bit take that on that. You have to set your areas up. And the game goes of exploring how far you can explore, pictures you have taken on the exploration, and what you have found down as you go further down. As a person that did this in real life, I can tell you the cards, the sense of it does capture some of it, because when you go into dark caves, it gets cold. And it does have stuff in there that you need to put on to keep your body temperature regular. You have to have water. Well, it's cold, it's caves. Well, no, you can still get dehydrated because everything you're doing. You need to have food to keep your energy up. Have to have batteries for your helmet so you will see what's going on, because you want to see what's up next. But the cave does capture the feel. To me, it does capture the feel of spelunking into unknown territory. Mm-hmm. Why? Because I've done it. I loved it. Will my wife ever do it? Probably not.
She might surprise you.
Yeah, she surprised me with ziplining.
There you go.
Yeah. But yes, I did it. A little personal thing. I did it because I had a little fear of claustrophobic. Got past it. A little fear of darkness. Got past it. But I had fun exploring new areas that I've never seen before, or very few people have seen before. Mm. So number 2 is The Cave. for that reason.
Well, I'm not afraid of the dark. I'm afraid what's in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of the dark. Dark doesn't bother me. It's what's lurking in the dark that bothers me. A bat, a snake, spider, something like that. That creeps me out. But anyway, enough of the cave. And I'm not going down in the cave. Unless it's well lit.
Oh, I guess I had a
and
thought
there's
too.
Lots of room.
Yeah, I had a thought.
Uh-oh. That's scary.
Oh, an angry wife in the dark waiting for you.
No, that's true too. Yeah. That's true too. Yeah, to make sure you turn on that light before you step in the bedroom. She may be waiting. All right, my number one game, and I could have went either way on this. This is a 2017 game called Near and Far.
I knew
Red
it.
Raven Games. 2 to 4 players, 90 to 120 minutes. I could have went with Above and Below, but I went with Near and Far because it does a little bit more than Above and Below. In Near and Far, you have a town board where you go and you collect resources and things that you need, recruit people to help you with different factions. You can only have 4 people, 1 from each faction. You start out with a companion that's either a dog or a cat. You can flip it over either way you want. I prefer the dog side. Not that I hate cats, I just prefer the dog side. But when you get the stuff you need in town that you think you have enough of, and you also battle each other in town, if someone goes to a spot that you want and you go there, you get to duel them. If you win the duel, nothing happens to the person you dueled. They don't lose health. They don't lose anything like that. But you'll get to be able to do that action. If you lose, you go to jail. So you'll go to jail and lose a reputation. If you win the duel, and you can fight 2 ways in the duel. You can do it dirty or honorable. If you fight dirty, you get an extra pip on your die. You get to add 1 pip to your die that you roll. If you do it honorably, you just take what you get, and you can use hearts or shields to boost you over to beat them. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. And then you have the exploration part where you go out to the map, which is on a book. And you start out on the first map, and your goal of the game is to build your 14 camps. To do that, you have to go exploring. Some of them have quests where you read from a big book of quest and story, which is a lot of fun. So you get to make choices and decisions, and it's depending on whether you want to skill test something or fight. And it usually gives you the option of either one, skill or fight. And you have to add up the dice that you roll with the skill that you have available to you or the swords that you have available to you in your party. The game's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I just played it not too long ago with my wife again. It has 3 ways to play. There's a arcade mode where you use a deck of cards instead of using a storybook. There's a campaign style where you're getting the story of your character and everything focuses around your character. And then the other way is a campaign game where you go through the whole book and you're fighting the last person on the last page, the last big monster, whatever it is, and you keep up with the things that you get with your person as you go along. The other one is if you pick a person, everything will be related to that person in the story for the personal campaign, I guess is what you call it. But you can have a multiple game of personal campaigns. Each person's campaign will be their own. But anyway, I actually like Near and Far. Near and Far is a lot of fun. So after Lewis gets through with his number 1, I got about 2 or 3 honorable mentions I'd like to throw out there. So Near and Far is my number 1.
I kind of figured one of those games going to show up.
Oh, they're fantastic.
Yes, they are. That's why I kept them off of mine. Because I knew you was going to either do Near or Far or Above and Below.
Yeah.
Because I like them too. Well, I've only played with you Above and Below.
Above and Below. We'll get Near and Far to the table.
Yeah. But I like it. I liked it very much. My last one. My number 1.
Number 1.
New to you. Because I know you haven't played this.
Okay.
It's called Let's Go to Japan.
I have not played it.
Yeah.
I heard a lot about it, but have not played it.
2024 game. My wife didn't give me the pronunciation of this one.
Alderac
Entertainment Group.
I usually call it just AEG.
Okay. I see why. 1 through 4 players, 45 to 60 minutes to play. And that's about right. It's basically you are exploring Japan from 2 locations. And I went blank what 2 locations are. Tokyo and I can't remember the other location. But you have to go back and forth and exploring the 2 cities.
Sightseeing and such?
Yes. And there's a board have 6 days. And you get to do the stuff for 6 days. Now, it is a card drafting game. A lot of folks don't realize this. On your turn, there are 2 decks. 2 decks, one for one city, one for another city. You get to pick 2 cards if you want when you're one of the players. You look at the cards. You look, okay, I want to do this. You put it on any day you want on this. You put it down. Then the next card, you pass it on to your left player. So everybody does this. So the next time around, when everybody does this once, everybody will have 1 card on their board. You pick 2 more cards. Look, you put 1 down, you pass it out the other card. Now that person has 2 cards to look at, to pick from, plus whatever. So technically, I think it's 3 now. And you build the activities for that day.
So it's your itinerary.
Yes.
Okay.
And as you go, you do this for 4 rounds. Then the 5th round, you get more cards to pick from. 6 rounds, 7 rounds, and so on. On the last round, it's 13 rounds. And this is where the folks that really want to plan too much gets that stuck on. Everybody's waiting. Come on.
Well, the good old analysis paralysis.
Yes. But the thing is, really you don't have to worry about that. Because there's ways around that if you don't get what you want, there's other ways to get a card to put it in your day, face down. And that's a walk. It's called a walk. And the walk gives you peace. Get stuff to yourself centered to keep going on.
I need that.
Everything is scored at the end of the game. So nobody knows who's winning until the end of the game. There's trains that you can get that goes from city to city. There's luxury trains. There's simple trains. Luxury trains will give you happy points.
I like happy.
Regular trains does nothing. Unless you're sitting in the back. Coach. And those get negative points.
Oof.
You get to, if you go to Tokyo and it's having a food fair, and you have cars that have food tokens on there, you get more points. You get happy points.
I like food.
But if you go to a town that is doing a ceremony that's not interesting you, you get negative points. So you take those happy points, negative points, add them together, you get a score. Then you add points of combination cards. Then you add points of other things. I forgot what was the Thursday. And then at the end, you see who wins. So there's several ways to gain points, but nobody knows who's winning until the end of the game. It's like the board game I showed you how to play. Where you exploring and your shop business over putting
Flamecraft?
No, your business is in Asia board game.
Oh yeah, Yokohama.
Yokohama. You don't know who's winning until really at the end. Yeah. And those games I like because the winner is undetermined until the end.
Yeah.
So on that. So my number 1 is Let's Go to Japan.
I want to play that game, Lewis. I want to play it, and I've been looking at it, been thinking about buying it. And I'm like, yeah, I want to play it first before I spend the money. But I do want to play that one. All right, so that was our top 10. I got some honorable mentions. I don't know if you have any, Lewis.
I have 1.
All right, well, I'll do my 3, and I'll let you do your 1. My honorable mentions are Lost Ruins of Arnak, which has exploration.
Mm-hmm.
Forgotten Waters, which has exploration. And then Betrayal House on the Hill. I didn't put it on this list because I champion Betrayal House on the Hill on multiple lists. But I had to mention it as an honorable mention because it is exploration, it is fun, and it's a horror themed game, which I love.
Well, my honorable mention, you mentioned it. Lost Ruins of Arnak.
Yeah.
I played the version where you have to find the. I started playing the version
on the snake side, or the
no, where you had to find the professor that's missing, the one that has several card packets to open.
Missed that one, Lewis.
It's an expansion pack.
I don't have that, Lewis.
Well, I do.
Of course you do. Right? You're going to bust my chops on one, I'll bust yours. Yeah.
But yeah, that is my honorable mention. I've mentioned it several times before, so I left it off this time.
Yeah, I do too. I try to put games on here that maybe we haven't talked about a lot, and hopefully it brings you a new game that you might enjoy or think about purchasing or playing. So that's what we try to do, is bring you different lists. We're not always trying to put the same games on every list. But we enjoy playing these games for sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's our 10 exploration games. We thank you for watching. We hope you hit that subscribe button. We need 43 more. Mm-hmm. It doesn't hurt. It just takes a second. Hit that thumbs up. When we put out new videos, you'll be notified. And hey, hit the like button.
Yes.
Share these videos with other people. Say, hey, look at these idiots. Right? I don't care how you do it. Just do it. But yeah, we enjoy making these videos. We hope you enjoy them. And hey, give us your 10 exploration, or give us some exploration board games you enjoy playing. You don't have to give us 10. But let us know what you thought of our list. We sure would like to hear about it. Anything else before we close out, Lewis?
No. If we ever mention something that you got a question, what does that mean? Mm-hmm. Put it in the comments, and we can clarify some word we said of the board games, because some folks are watching this are new to board games.
Sure.
And probably don't know some of the terminology on this. So, put it in the comments. Calvin or I can make it clarify what we actually meant in the in our description of the board game.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Like I always say, get a board game to the table. Spend time with your friends, no matter what they are or what they look like. And your family, no matter what they are or what they look like. And we thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game.